All right, let's test it out. I got 3-inch nails in here. See how we do. Success. This video is how to replace the seals on the Bostich N80 SB-1. The seal kit also rebuilds the Bostich N80, which is a little older version. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take a 5mm Allen key and remove the 4 screws at the top. I have already rebuilt this and it's working, so I know how to do it the right way. And hopefully you'll have the same luck with the kit fixing your Bostich. So after you remove the 4 screws, you might have to take a razor blade and slide it around the gasket. The new kit does come with a new seal, so you don't have to worry about damaging that. Remember, this is aluminum. If you do tap on it, use light, just very light taps with a rubber mallet. And it should pop up. It's a little bit spring-loaded. When I took mine off, I did tap it a little too hard and broke one of the tabs. So be mindful of the tabs that stick down. And I did take the tab out. I think it obviously is still okay. So you're gonna remove this top piece, and here's where it's spring-loaded. That's why it pushes the cap off the top. We're gonna replace this seal and this seal. And the seals, you're just gonna have, the seals include, included different gaskets for the different style nail guns, so you may not use all the seals. So don't panic. Remove the cap seal, and then you're gonna pull the cylinder straight out. And you're going to push the hammer out the back of this cylinder. You're gonna replace this seal. To replace the seals, it's good to use a little pick tool to get in there and fish the gasket out. You just want to be careful to angle your pick tool towards the rubber and not towards the metal, so you don't scratch the metal. You're going to replace this seal and this rubber band seal and this top seal. The seal pops off. Okay. So once you do that, you can make sure you oil the seals as you're putting them back in so that they slide into place and can move around freely. Remove this plastic plate and replace this seal. See how it's all lubricated and oiled. This piece comes out and there's a small semicircle disc inside. What you want to, if you do take that out, it's not necessary to take that out, but if you do, if you're replacing any seals on the bottom of the nail gun, which I'm not, it's not necessary. And these are all very tight. I don't want to crack the casing. Just going to leave that alone because that's not the problem. Just make sure that that semicircle chip goes back in the right way. And we're going to put it back together now. I'm going to put the hammer back in the cylinder. And then there's a groove on the hammer that faces the front of the nail gun. Kind of just turn it until it finds its home and secure that down. Oh, one thing I want to mention is, let's pull this back out. I also replaced the trigger. So this is the trigger valve. I'll put the link in the description for the trigger valve. Trigger valve comes out fairly easy. While you have it empty, you want to pop out this pin for the trigger, and then this pin for that holds the valve in, right along one of these grooves. The pin slides right in along the groove to hold the valve in. Then once the pins have been pushed out with either a smaller Allen key or a dowel, I didn't have one that size, so I used a small drill bit. Worked fine. Then once these are removed, you can get a screwdriver and push the old valve, which is this one, out and replace it. And that goes in, and then you put your pins back in, these two pins, and then you're ready to put everything back together. Again, that notch on the hammer lines up with the front. And everything's nice and moved up. Everything should slide nicely into place. Then put this piece on. It sits right in a little groove, so it'll hold itself in place. The gasket, the new gasket. Top cover, notice the notches, they go in these holes. And like I said, it's spring loaded, so best to start your screws opposite sides. Tighten it back up. And you're all done. Thanks for watching.